Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 6. Saha Vai Pungsam Paraha Dharmaha Yataha Bhaktihi Adhokshaje Ahetuki Apratihata Yaya Atma Suprasidati Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Yado Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Ahaituki Apratihata
Ahaituki Apratihata
Yayatma Suprasidati
Yayatma Suprasidati
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Ahaituki Apratihata
Ahaituki Apratihata
Yayatma Suprasidati
Yayatma Suprasidati
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Ahaituki Apratihata
Yayatma Suprasidati
Yayatma Suprasidati
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Ahaituki Apratihata
Ahaituki Apratihata
Yayatma Suprasidati
Yayatma Suprasidati
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Savai Pungsam Paro Dharmo
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje
Ahaituki Apratihata
Ahaituki Apratihata
Yayatma Suprasidati
Yayatma Suprasidati Saha that Vai certainly Pungsam for mankind Paraha sublime Dharmaha occupation Yataha by which Bhaktihi devotional service Adhokshaje unto the transcendence Ahituki causeless Apratihata unbroken Yaya by which Atma the self Suprasidati completely satisfied. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The supreme occupation or dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Purport. In this statement, Sri Sutta Goswami answers the first question of the sages of Naimi Sharanya. The sages asked him to summarize the whole range of revealed scriptures and present the most essential part so that the fallen people or the people in general might easily take it up. The Vedas prescribe two different types of occupation for the human being. One is called the Pravritti Marg, or the path of sense enjoyment, and the other is called the Nivritti Marg, or the path of renunciation. The path of enjoyment is inferior, and the path of sacrifice for the supreme cause is superior. The material existence of the living being is a diseased condition of actual life. Actual life is spiritual existence, or Brahma Bhuta existence, where life is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. Material existence is temporary, illusory, and full of miseries. There is no happiness at all. There is just a futile attempt to get rid of the miseries. And temporary cessation of misery is falsely called happiness. Therefore, the path of progressive material enjoyment, which is temporary, miserable, and illusory, is inferior. But devotional service to the Supreme Lord, which leads one to eternal, blissful, and all-cognizant life, is called the superior quality of occupation. This is sometimes polluted when mixed with the inferior quality. For example, adoption of devotional service for material gain is certainly an obstruction to the progressive path of renunciation. Renunciation or abnegation for material ultimate good is certainly a better occupation than enjoyment in the diseased condition of life. Such enjoyment only aggravates the symptoms of disease and increases its duration. Therefore, devotional service to the Lord must be pure in quality, that is, without the least desire for material enjoyment. One should therefore accept the superior quality of occupation. One should therefore accept superior quality of occupation in the form of devotional service of the Lord, without any tinge of unnecessary desire, fruitive action, and philosophical speculation. This alone can lead one to perpetual solace in his service. We have purposely denoted dharma as occupation because the root meaning of the word dharma is that which sustains our existence. A living being's sustenance of existence is to coordinate his activities with his eternal relation with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Krishna is the central pivot of living beings, and he is the all-attractive living entity or eternal from amongst all other living beings or eternal forms. Each and every living being has his eternal form in the spiritual existence. And Krishna is the eternal attraction for all of them. Krishna is the complete whole, and everything else is his part and parcel. The relation is one of the servant and the served. It is transcendental and is completely distinct from our experience in the material existence. This relation of servant and the served is the most congenial form of intimacy. One can realize it as devotional service progresses. Everyone should engage himself in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, even in the present conditional state of material existence. That will give one the clue to actual life and please him to complete satisfaction. Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guruna Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tan Sajivan Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namustate Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radha Vinamaneshwari Vishwabhanu Suti Devi Punamami Haripi Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhubhya Chapatitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Savai pungsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaje ahitukya pratihata yayatma suprasidati. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. As mentioned here, this is the beginning. As mentioned, this is the beginning of the answers of Sutta Goswami to the sages of Naimisharanya. But if we look at this another angle, we are about to discuss Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is propounding the Bhagavad philosophy in the Vedas, which is topmost. My awakening our relation to God and nothing else. That's it. Dharma, projita, kaitava, cheating religion is removed from Bhagavatam. It's not there at all. So before we discuss Bhagavat, the Bhagavad philosophy, for one to become a devotee, we have to understand what is dharma, what is religion. So many questions come and answers are coming. But Bhagavatam is very well structured, organized and presented in a proper way, because it's not haphazard, like at the end of a class someone asks a question, we answer that, someone else asks a question, we answer. Here questions are asked and answers are given, but it's coming in a very progressive stage. Everything is working through Paramatma, Krishna. It's his incarnation. So before we realize about religion, the topmost religion, how to practice religion, we have to understand what is religion. And Bhagavatam explains what is religion. This is the complete perfection of Bhagavatam, that not simply we're giving a religious path which is supposed to be the topmost, but first we're going to explain what is religion, what is dharma, understand that, otherwise become cheated by someone else. What is dharma, what is religion? So this verse begins by explaining that topmost religion. And throughout this section, chapter 2 of first canto of Bhagavatam, Divinity and Divine Service, practically every verse, everyone who knows this chapter, every verse is some amazing, deep revelation which is already crossed beyond our human material knowledge at present. What they know, not only material, so-called spiritual, whatever we know about religion and God, already it's crossed whenever we were right here. Of course, that crossed in the first verse of first canto, the opening verse. But now here, in Divinity and Divine Service, practically every verse is given such a deep insight. It's a sutra, highly compressed knowledge in a short verse. This is Divinity and Divine Service. So out of the verses that one has to memorize in Bhagavatam, if you look at the Srila Prabhupada shlokas, then you will see so many are coming in this chapter too. We cannot ignore practically any verse. So here's one of them, the topmost religion. Religion is required in human society. That question does not come in Bhagavatam. It's assuming one is at a sane level. Bhagavad Gita is the one which begins on that level to introduce us and bring us to this platform to read Bhagavatam. But Bhagavatam immediately starts talking about not only religion, but topmost religion. Topmost. So religion is required in human society. The nature of conditioned soul is to, by nature, go towards sense gratification. Therefore, when Vyasadeva had written all the Vedas and was not satisfied, Narad Muni told him, why did you write so much about how to increase this sense gratification? That is there. You don't have to tell anyone. As Prabhupada says, we don't have to teach in the school about sex education. No need. There is no need. And like animals are not taught these things. So similarly, in Shastra, we don't have to teach people how to enjoy and how to increase enjoyment. That is there. The propensity of a conditioned soul, Badajiv, is to increase sense gratification. So one should not tend, there is no need for that. And that's not a great, amazing thing. How someone can enjoy so much. What is amazing is if someone can control their senses, that is something amazing. That's something to teach and discuss. So, unrestricted sense enjoyment is already there. Now, the question is how to stop it, how to stop that. Religion restricts that. Of course, now we have levels of religion. Religion at one level, is simply moral codes. Don't cheat, don't steal, don't take interest. All kind of restrictions, okay, according to the place. Now, from the codes of religion at a specific place or time, we can understand the level of people. Supposing we have our Sunday program, and many people come and attend the Sunday program. A new person comes and he's listening to the lecture, and the speaker is speaking to all the people. So many people, which definitely he will know them, he knows them. Now he's giving the class, and then he says, devotees should not kill one another. Then you may wonder, where have I come here? Why is he saying not to kill? Because people are killing each other. So similarly, if we have a religious system where they're saying don't kill, then you can understand this is the level. And so then how can we now speak about higher topics? First, stop killing. So the religious levels are different according to the place, the circumstance, and the people. Time, place, circumstance. So certain things are spoken. So religion also means restricting that tendency for sense enjoyment, restricting the sinful tendencies. That is religion. But higher religion is there. That higher religion is how to know God, follow Him, and love Him. But to understand God at that deeper personal level, we need a certain level of consciousness. One has to have given up to some extent the propensity for sense gratification, because that is demoniac actually, it's asuric. Dvaimau purushau loke deva asura evacha Vishnu bhakta smrito deva asurastad viparyaya. There are two types of living entities in this world. We can divide this world and different living entities according to different ways. So one way is to see who is a devotee of Vishnu, who is not. Vishnu bhakta smrito deva. Those who are devotees, they are deva, they are daivik, they are transcendental, they are spiritual. Asuras tad viparyaya. Those who are not devotees of Vishnu are asuras. This is the opinion of Vishnu Puran. Okay, you may say that, but I want to follow another Puran, not that one, and that says something different. But as we hear from Lord Shiva in Padma Puran, Sattvic Puranas are the ones we should follow. So now it says there that living entities who follow Vishnu, they are godly, transcendental, Deva. So that is a higher form of religion. But Asuras are those who are addicted to sense enjoyment, and they will not surrender to Vishnu. Why? Because as we know from Vaishnavism, it is on the Pravritti Marg. Nivritti Marg. It generally tends one to be more austere and not to be overly sense gratified, which is the parts of the demigods. Those are designed for enjoying and increasing our material enjoyment. So Vishnu worship is not much popular now. Previously it was the only worship, Satya Yuga, Treta, Dwapara. Gradually people are, due to their consciousness, they will not tend towards it. But so we were saying that if one is going to learn higher religion about God, how to surrender and love Him, then we should already have given up that sense gratificatory propensity. And because sense gratification is demonic. As it says in Bhagavad Gita, Mahashano Mahapapma, it's the greatest offense. Kama. Kam is the greatest offense. The greatest offense is we are given this body by God and this material world and resources, and I'm going to use it for my sense enjoyment. Yo bhuktestena evasa, Bhagavad Gita says he's a thief. He's using something which is not meant for him, for something other than the owner. we are meant to use everything in God's service. This is a law. It's not a choice that, oh, my friend, he took the religious path. Why didn't you take it? Everyone has to take it. Someone said, oh, my friend took a religious path. I was more, had different path in life. No, everyone should take religious path. Everyone should be godly. Because everyone is a servant. We are given this body and this world for a purpose. It's not a choice. So we are speaking about higher religious codes that involve surrender to Vishnu. And surrender to Vishnu, definitely whenever we speak about Vaishnavism, Krishna, Vishnu, then we'll always talk about Sri Guru. So Guru. So when you talk about surrender to Vishnu, means surrender to Sri Guru. And surrender to the process and our services. So when one reaches that surrender level, and when that is advanced, then knowledge is given from within. Krishna gives all the knowledge. Knowledge of God has 3 phases. Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojan. First, that knowledge which helps to awaken, give knowledge about our relation to God. Second is Abhideya, that once we have that relation, how to work in that relation. Prayojan is the goal. So if we see Prabhupada's teachings, practically it's all Sambandha. And then Abhideya is little. Prayojan, maybe one mention, not much. And the reason for that is because, and then first of all, people, they criticize Srila Prabhupada because of that. And they end up joining some other institution within our Sampradaya. That ISKCON is so basic. Prabhupada is always speaking, I'm not the body. I want higher knowledge. I want to become a gopi. I want to serve Krishna in Goloka. How will I do that if I don't know Krishna's name of Krishna's monkey or Krishna's favorite food? How will I know that? I don't know. Where did Prabhupada say it? How can I go to Goloka without this information? But as we understand from Nectar of Devotion, then we can understand who didn't read Nectar of Devotion. So actually, as we understand that what gives Raganuga Bhakti? Sadhana Bhakti. Perfect your sadhana bhakti. Perfect your 16 rounds, following 4 regulative principles, reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam daily. Perfect it. And Raganuga comes. It's not something I'll imitate or get. Higher religious principles, we'll get it through following the basic things. We must follow them properly. Proper chanting, reading with absorption. And once we reach that stage, higher knowledge of Krishna is given in the heart. That will be given. This is something ati guhya, very confidential. It cannot be written and spread in human society. Sanatana Goswami wrote very high text, so did Rupa Goswami. Sanatana Goswami has one Granth Samadhi. You know where it is? In Vrindavan. Sanatana Goswami is Samadhi Pit. So there also are his close associates. Their Samadhi is also there. There's one Granth Samadhi. So he wrote that text, but then he or his associates put the text in Samadhi because the people are not qualified to read it. That's what I heard from that Pujari. There is some knowledge which human society will just cannot, we are all conditioned souls. So higher knowledge will be given in the heart, that will be given. So higher religious systems is to know God, follow Him, and to love Him, awaken that love of God. Okay, then we have some people who say there is no God, or no religion, or it's made up. This is one feature of insanity. It's a feature of insanity. To say that this world is going on its own mechanically, that this is not discussed in the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is for sane people. That's discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna summarizes in one word, atheists. As he says, Krishna is very direct, fools. These are foolish people. Definition of fool, he's given knowledge, he doesn't accept. He cannot understand. He cannot come to the level of taking that knowledge. Definition of an idiot, he makes the same mistake again, same mistake. Definition of a fool is a person, he has access to the highest knowledge, he's not taking. Or the solutions he needs are there, visible, but he cannot understand, get that mentality to take it and solve his problem. So Krishna says, and sincere followers of Krishna also follow that parampara by calling atheists fools, because all around we see God, we can see evidence of God everywhere. Still we are saying there is no God. As Prabhupada said, can you make a mosquito in your laboratory? One mosquito. We're not saying elephant, we're not saying human being. Mosquito. And can you make it to produce another mosquito on its own? You cannot do that. How can it happen on its own? No, it cannot. So that's insanity. You can understand. And how does that come about? Excess sense gratification makes someone like that. How did this start, this atheistic Nastikvad? Okay, the concept is there in the Vedas, but it was really restricted, not like now. Whole political parties and systems have grown. And some are atheists in the garb of religionists. As Kali Yuga progressed, people became more infected with Tamogun, Rajagun. That's the effect of Kali. The whole atmosphere is vitiated with Tamogun, Rajagun. So people are driven to enjoy their senses. And they detach from the natural nature, from nature and natural life. So when you're disconnected from nature and build up societies and civilizations with the aim of just to enjoy, then it's very hard to think about God. If you're on the land, living off the land in a natural environment, then you can see God very easily. It's hard to find atheists in a village. But here in the city, when we are made of such an artificial life, then we become atheistic. We don't see, of course, still we can see God everywhere, but due to excess sense gratification, one loses that power. The spiritual intelligence goes because excess tamogun, rajagun. So Srila Bhagavatam starts to speak about religion. And how many religions are there? 4, 5. Totally. How many religions are there?
You mean you're asking Hindu, Muslim?
No, generally speaking. What do you understand about religion? Huh? There's one religion. Prabhupada said there's only one religion. Religion is to know God, to love Him, and to follow Him, and awaken love for Him. Which religion is speaking anything different? There's only one religion. How can there be two creators? The creator, that word you can see, who knows English, that is a singular. Creators is plural. But everyone is saying the creator in different religions. So there's only one. There cannot be two gods. If there's only one God, there's only one religion. He gave the religion in every place according to the people. That was brought down. So according to that level of the people, they are learning certain concepts. Religion cannot be ignored in human society. People become mad, literally, because to satisfy our desires, we have to endeavor more and more. As Prabhupada gave the example of a sponge full of water. If you want to take out the water, you have to press a little. Second time, more. Like when you're washing something, you're taking the water out. Then second time you have to press more to take out water. Then more, then more. Then a time will come you'll press, there's nothing coming out. So in this nature of the senses, that if we degenerate into sense gratification, in the beginning there will be some level of bliss, but it wears out gradually. It wears out, and gradually it becomes zero. And then to get that happiness, people that nunam pramate kurute vikarma yad indya prita paranoti. Those who accept sense gratification as the aim of life have to do vikarma, sinful activities, to get that happiness, because it will become more and more restricted. You have to do all kind of perversions and exploitation to get that happiness. That's the nature of senses. And so when we take that path, where will it lead? We can't understand. People become mad. And this is Bhagavatam spoken in this, of course, Bhagavatam spoken beginning of time. This particular verse, Nunam pramate kurute vikarma yad India prita purnoti. Rishabh Dev is speaking. This is, I think, most likely Satyayug. In Satyayug there he's explaining his sons that if you take the path of sense gratification, gradually you have to become very sinful because to satisfy your senses will become very difficult. So he explained Satyayug. Before everything was okay, it was not. So that is for us now, Bhagavatam. Understand this topic. So, now on the subject of religion, before we understand what is the topmost religion, we have to understand what is religion. So that's being outlined. So now, what is the topmost religion? Topmost religion, phalena parichyate. By the fruit we'll know the process. Look at the people. Did they awaken love of God? Are they able to focus on religion non-stop? And is it permeating every aspect of their life? Religion is not just, we mention again and again, that this 1 hour, 2 hours, this day or that day. No, religion has to permeate throughout, eating, bathing, sleeping, relations, business, everything permeates. Religion should permeate. If it's true religion, it should take over our whole being and make a revolution in our emotion state, in our physical, mental, intellectual, our whole being should be transformed. What to speak of consciousness. So we just observe the people following a religion. They reach that level of revolution themselves. Apratihata, something which will not be stopped. Here it says, apratihata. No, that religion is fine, but if I'm threatened with death, then I'll save my life and to hell with everyone. Forget about religion. I'm in danger of life. But really, if we have true religion, we'll know how to die also. We'll know how to die when that time comes. We'll not hesitate. We see recently in our movement, and many times it happened, elevated beings, they're threatened with death and they face, Not that you can say fearless, yes. Not born about, pride, but fearless because of knowledge and realization of God. They see in Krishna, as Krishna says, Mrityu sarvaharashchaham. They see death, they say Krishna is coming. Realization, no fear, because of that. So, higher religion has that. This is the effect. Ahituki, not caused by anything, not caused by that I'll get 2 rice bags, then I'll take up your religion, and you send my son to college, then I'll take your religion. Causeless, in any state of economic state, in any economic state, any state of health, any state of happiness. Actually, real dharma brings happiness. Proper religion does bring happiness because it connects us to God and makes us happy. So in that state of happiness, then we forget the mundane happiness if we have true religion. In one particular seminar, a sannyasi in ISKCON was speaking about divorce. He said that divorce should not be there. This is something completely adharmic, it's wrong. And then some of the attendees of that seminar said that, but Maharaj, the thing is that some people are suffering. Some people are suffering in the marriage. And normally it's women, he's saying that. I don't think it's a fact. But also, some people are suffering, and so they have to stop that suffering. Then Maharaj made a point that to stop suffering, follow dharma. Following dharma is not done for happiness. That I'm following dharma, but I'm not happy now, so let me break it. It's not like that. Following dharma is a higher principle where we understand our duty, higher duty. But the thing is, if you follow dharma, you'll become happy. Happiest people in the world are religious people. I read this before I came to ISKCON. I read a quote, some study people did. Happiest people are those who follow religion. Second, one with many friends. I forgot third and fourth. But happiest people, everyone, and people know that. When they become extreme depression or chaos in their life, then they start looking out for God and devotees, and everyone knows this. Happiest people are religious people. So, religion is followed, dharma, not for happiness, for serving. And so, while following religion, when our happiness is threatened, we don't leave it. We don't. We understand that if I leave this, this is the beginning of my misery. And simply by keeping dharma, this is the cause of my happiness and peace in this life, society. Bhagavad Gita says that, how to know how to be peaceful. Which is that verse? Which is the verse?
Which tells about how to be happy.
Peaceful.
Here we are saying, Atma Suprasiddhi, Atma gets satisfied.
No, this is Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, he said, yeah, that, yeah. Shantam Richati. Krishna says how to attain peace. 3 things to know peace. You have to accept 3 points. Accept means not just accept, but you have to live like that, that I accept it, according to your life. So first thing is that the supreme enjoyer of all religious activities is Krishna, not me. I'll practice religion for my benefit or some family member sick. But the supreme enjoyer of sacrifice is Vishnu, not even other demigods or personalities. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam, that is Krishna. So, and the owner of everything is Krishna. I have many things, but I don't own them. They are owned by Krishna. Neither is it owned by government, because according to communism, the state owns everything. According to capitalism, individual people own everything. According to socialism, everything is owned by the people. And some people are, no one should have more than another. So, but according to our spiritual communism, Prabhupada says, the Bhagavad philosophy is that God is the owner of everything. So, Bhoktaram Tapasam, Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, owner of everything. That's the second principle we have to accept. Surdam Sarva Dehinam. And the supreme well-wish of everyone is God, is Krishna. To understand this, one will attain peace. But if our thought process and consciousness is different than this, we will not be peaceful. So actually here it's outlining the consciousness of a Vaishnav, basically. The proper worship of Krishna, a Vaishnav, this is the consciousness. So that's how one will attain peace. Otherwise, without this, there cannot be peace. So by practicing religion, the goal is service. And happiness, that is coming. There was before, now this idea of I'm not happy, seek happiness in different ways. You'll never see this in traditional societies. No question of happiness, do your duty. Now everyone is fighting. What about my rights? His right, their right? No, Vedic system was, what is your duty, what is their duty? Everyone do your duty. The focus of the state was, do your duty, do your duty. Is the brahmachari doing his duty? Is the grihastha doing his duty? Is the vaishya doing, the brahmana doing their duties? Now the state completely, like everyone should have their own sense enjoyment. Are you getting sense enjoyment? No, we'll give you a quota. You can also have sense enjoyment. Earn the money and enjoy. Everyone is given a cut. Now, since the state has become the propagator of sense gratification, but meant to be propagator of religious principles. So the question was rightly asked that in the Vedas we have so many different parts, apparently, of religious system. But now it's become, it should be, that the topmost religious system is supposed to be service to God. That is Bhagavad Dharma. And so now, before they explain about this concept, Bhagavad Dharma, it's explaining here that whatever system you follow should be causeless. Which is a causeless system? There is no system other than worship of Vishnu which is causeless. All of them are giving something. If you check all the Puranas, worship of different other personalities other than Vishnu, there's always some benefit you get. But Vishnu worship is nivritti marg. Then in the purport, Prabhupada is writing that there are essentially two parts of religion. One is that you practice religion and enjoy. People get that idea that let me practice proper religion and enjoy and get this benefit, that benefit, do this yagya, do this vrat, I'll get a benefit. But Bhagavad Marg is not on that platform. Immediately warning is given from text 2. Warning, restricted audience. This is for people who want to go back to Godhead. So, what is the practice? It's nivritti, giving up. Nivritti is give it up, give up the sense gratification. Bhavau Shadi Shrota, what does it start? Nivritta Tirshai. It's 10th canto, chapter 2, text 1. Second verse is Bhavau Shari Shota Mano Birama. Opening is Nivritta Tarsher Upagiyamana. Yeah. Nivritta Tarsher Upagiyamana. Bhavau Shadi Shota Mano Bhirama. That Bhava, this cycle of birth and death, Aushadi, the medicine for it is that Nivritta Tarsher Upagiyamana, that how to give up this lust, envy, anger, greed. Nivritta Tarsher Upagiyamana. People say it's in hearing of the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nivritta Tarsher Upagiyamana Bhavau Shradi Shrota Mano Biramat Ka Uttama Shloka Gunanuvadat Puman Virajeta Vina Pashugnat. So the topmost religion is glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such descriptions are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing birth and death. This is the topmost religion. Hearing about the Lord, glorifying Him, worshipping Him, His Ananta, unlimited pastimes. But that's a problem if you don't know God, isn't it? What is His form? Where is He residing? What does He do? What is His activities, His lila? That becomes an issue. So we have to pursue shastras which have so much information about God. He's in the great detail so that we can meditate on Him and fill our consciousness with those details other than what we are seeing in this material world. So topmost religion is that. And what is the result? Yayatma suprasidati. That happiness we are seeking, it's only had by this process of religion. Religion gives happiness. True religion, which is devoid of material sense gratification. That is bhakti, Shuddha bhakti. But in the beginning we are not on that path. Karma Mishra bhakti. We want little happiness, and if our happiness or mental equilibrium is disturbed, then we reject. But at a higher level, in any condition, apratihata, we don't stop. Ahetuki, that even if you stop paying my money, I'll still, even if you stop giving me rice monthly, still I'll worship God. I'm saying that because some religious processes, they are propagated by giving rice, education for the children. So, but higher religion is, even if I don't get that, I'm practicing. That is higher religious principles. Hare Krishna. Any question? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.